shall flens the skin from their bones. All pale before my might.
4 bags of grain to the commoner slays that beast.
In those final days, the Bretonnians were without their king. Artois, led by the Duke Chilfroy, staged a valiant attempt to stop the Demon Prince. The nobles and peasants alike hid in their castles, awaiting judgment from their executioner. No other dukedom felt the need to come to their people's aid. Instead, his dark gaze fell upon Marienburg, the free port city. He ushered his horde, made up of grizzled veterans and unholy abominations, towards their new destination. They were a sample of what was to come if the prince chose to fight the Empire proper. There would be no other choice, no other alternative. He defied the Chaos Gods, and to survive, he must become a god.
The gods have abandoned us!
We are currently on turn 47. I've been doing a lot around here to maintain the peace by killing everyone. Hey, if you kill everyone, there's a lot of peace. And I do have a new army right now. I was able to burn down much of Marienburg, and I've got some new neighbors. They don't like me, but that's okay. The Crag have come on down. Yeah, they came in to invade. It's crazy how many unique events we have around here. I did rename Marienburg into the Flesh Pits. One of you had a very fancy Latin name, but I felt like it was too fancy, too high class for our type of army. But here we go. We're gonna fight the Empire very soon. As you can recall, we did burn down much of Bretonnia. They've got some strange army over here that came by. They're called, well, Pagan's Errantry. They're usually down in the Southlands, but they came back home. Now, the High Elves are invading, and a few other bits of land were burned down too. I would like to one day go back after Bastogne, but for me, that is not too vital. Not right now. If we have a look over here, I've been working on my technology, my research. Next, I'm working on looters. That way we'll be able to pick up even more money after a battle. We've got despoilers too, more money from raiders and more from sacking. We'll just keep on going. And look at that. 15% more for campaign movement. I'm going to be able to sprint into my foes anyway. Let's go ahead and have a look around. I could actually get a top tier technology over here for 10,000, but that is a lot. I'm going to wait on that. I might pick it up later. That is a lot of replenishment for only a few units. Now, for the army of LAKOR, it's a bit different. Not all of them are disbanded. A few have actually been upgraded. Remember my javelins? Well, we've got that mod that allows us to upgrade units into another unit, which again, I've been wanting forever, and it worked out so well. So at rank 6, they were able to turn into Ofhernar. Now, I did rename them, but have a look at their stats. I mean, 30 armor, but 48 for melee attack, 60 weapon strength, 118 for missile strength, and armor piercing. We'll check out more about them later on. Also, they have an upgrade over here, the Greater Gift of Crow. A bonus when fighting large units. Then we've got Papa Franku, you know of him, the Fem Guards. I've got over here a few more Famir Warriors, and I've got my Hell Cannon crews too, in addition to Plague Bearers of Nurgle. They've got only 20 for armor, but they've got 50% physical resistance, and they are unbreakable. Then we've got what? Bloodletters of Khorne, once again, it took some time, but we have them, once again. And we've got a Zangor Herd. Now, they are spellcasters. I'm very curious as to how they might play out. We'll find out later. Then, the Demonettes of Slaanesh. They, too, are unbreakable, and a very high physical resistance of 50%. They're not unstoppable, but they'll be able to deal a lot of damage. Then we have our Ogre Slaughtermaster. Remember how we hired one? Well, he's here now. His name is PIETOE FIGGUMS, and he likes to eat a lot. Then, he's got over here one Famir Belfiend, a fire magic called Gob Gob. And he's got his PIETOE Lads. These are all Marauders. We've got PIETOE's Fig Piercers. These over here are just Albion Spearmen. Then we've got PIETOE's Future Shoes, a monstrous group of infantry at 69 weapon strength. Hey. Then we've got PIETOE's Garbage Golems, or Fin Beasts, and PIETOE's Drinking Pals. These are those Iron Guts Ogres we had before. They're very cheap for him to have. Then finally, PIETOE's Ass Blasters. I don't really need to explain that, do I? At rank 7, I've only given him blue line abilities right now. It felt appropriate. So 2 points over into Soldiers of Fortune. That way he'll be able to make more money. We'll need more money. He's got Endless Hunger, so we're not able to capture nearly as many, but man, we're able to replenish. Then he's got over here Draft Master, and finally, Mercenary Tyrant. That way his Ogres will be cheaper. And once he levels up, I could give him Lightning Strike. That way he's able to do a few naughty things in battle. And finally, Renowned and Feared. I could reduce upkeep even more and also gain more campaign movement rank. So these are my new units, and here's my new army. Sometimes I like to listen to the Doom Eternal soundtrack whenever I'm playing as Chaos. I'm doing it right now. Alright, let's have a look around. We've got Lupus over here. He's got a large army. I did bring over PIETOE FIGGUMS. Now, we've got to go after them. They did rebuild what I've called the Bloody Path. It used to be a fort belonging to BRETONNIA, surprisingly. But I burned it down. But now they're back. Now they're going to have a large army. LAKOR shall go after them. He'll go beat them. I think it's a good idea. Now over here, he's got 2 allies. Interesting. Rank 5. Alright, you're in a top 10 bracket. Well, I want to be ranked. I'm 25. Let's get up to the top 10. Okay, Lupus, what are you doing today? Living? Not for long. We're about to go fight that battle, but not just yet. I could wait for them to come to me, so I've got a few options. However, maybe I want them all together. That could be a pretty decent idea. Now, PIETOE, I'm going to have you come over here because, well, that's an easy army to defeat. Now they're gone. They're done for. I would like to get some more replenishment, please, and thank you. Alright, I've got that now. Opal Amulet, a damage resistance, very handy. Goodbye, Gavin Van Zanger. He's been zanged. Alright, so we could push on to Ilhart, over to the east. I don't know if there's another army around me. We'll see in just a bit. Well, I've got to pick up Lightning Strike, so I need to invest 2 more points, not 1 more point. My mistake. Mistakes happen. Now, over here, what else do I want? We've got spells. We've got a good fun time. These are very marginal. Physician is very good, though. I do like that one. The rest of it, I could take it or leave it. I mean, it does add up, I suppose. Like more leadership, or over here, less attrition. That could become quite powerful. Yeah, these are all decent ideas, but let's get more magic. We're all about magic today. And now we'll push on to Ilhart. Alright. I'm gonna lose a group? Really? Me? Well, that's a shame. I could give it like 1 turn and just wait it out. I'll think about it, because if I auto-resolve, I'll lose 1 group of spearmen, which again, is a shame. Oh, Luther Huss over here, one of my favorite characters in here. Just a good, pious warrior priest. Right now, though, I need to eat him. Well, PIETOE needs to eat him. Alright, now what about a battle? Yeah, here's my army right now. They've got some fort towers. Am I out of range anyway? Because if I'm not, that's going to be a pain. It looks like I'm currently out of range. I do want to go after their towers. You know how it goes around here. We've got to go after the towers. I've got 2 hell cannons. Now keep in mind, I wouldn't even have these if I didn't steal them from those rebels. So if you want to have a good time, it's got to be rebel killing time. There we go. We're just going to land over here and smash them to bits. LAKOR is a really cool character. I hope they do add him to the launch of Warhammer 3. We'll find out very soon. I don't like to make comments like that in a video because eventually it's going to age and it'll be like, wait, what do you mean? We already know. Now, I've got some HD mods here, which you can find on the workshop for the terrain because, man, compared to like Troy or even Three Kingdoms, the maps in here are often pretty ugly. Like all the towns in the Empire are very gray and drab. So HD mods at least help out with the terrain, which is why it looks so much better too. Then you have like mods to help, well, update a few older models. Unfortunately, there isn't one for Chaos. However, I did find one for the Empire, so they should hopefully look a little bit better too. Yeah, because I mean, they're from Warhammer 1, and you know how Warhammer 1 goes. It's crazy how old that game is now, but we're done now taking out 1 tower. Did I chat for that long? I suppose I did. Wow. Go me. All right. So we'll take out every tower that we can, because then we're just going to move in and say, ah, hello, I'm here to steal all of your burgers. You know how it usually goes whenever you've got a crazy boss showing up? They're gonna flex a little bit. They're gonna show off. And so LAKOR is gonna do that. We have so much magic right now, we can afford to do that. I've got 167 for my current wins of magic. 168, sorry, it's only going up. Now, what I'm doing in this campaign is really focusing on more novel, unique situations. Instead of watching me grind away at one faction where I've already won, we're kind of just going to the aftermath of that. That way we're able to move on, because my only goal here is to just really burn down 50 locations or so. That's really it. So I might as well just focus on what's new, because otherwise, what usually happens? A majority of the battles tend to be auto-resolves. So you can tell me if you like that idea or not. It's my idea here. Now, there's another reason why I'm here. I don't even want to break down the gate yet. It's because of what you just saw. If their mortar wants to attack, we're gonna let them. Because if I do that, they're gonna hit their friends. Already, they killed one fellow right there. Now, we want to deal a lot of damage, and I mean a lot of damage. So we're gonna use our ability right over here in the middle. It's gonna move around a little bit, and there we go. Let's go back to the gate, and that's how we take out a few enemies. Just a few. I was hoping it would go off to the sides, but at least we wiped out like one entire group, so that worked out. Now, I've got my pendulum. I could overcast it. I'm going to. I could, and I shall. So there we go. There's our overcasted pendulum. There was a miscast. You just saw that large explosion over to the right, but that's what happened here now. He's doing okay. That means I now have 205 kills. If I want to deal more damage, I can. There we go. Yeah, there are so many cool mods now that has changed up how the game is played. What I'm looking forward to the most is a more optimized game, though, for Warhammer 3. That's really all that I want. Man, check it out. So we're going to do this for a little bit of time. I don't need to debuff anyone. I'm just here to deal some damage. I mean, look at how much damage they've already taken. So once they take any hits at all, they're just going to begin to lose units like crazy. And we'll be able to cast a few more spells in time. Now, unfortunately, they're not trying to hit me anymore, and I did take a lot more damage than I thought I would. Now, let's go check out our new units over here that were upgraded from our original Javelin men. So they've got axes to throw in. They look incredibly intimidating, incredibly tough. I have a feeling they're just going to melt anyone and everyone. I mean, they've got a physical resistance of 10%. They've got Maim, which deals, what, damage over time? And it reduces speed, too. Wow. Okay. Now we have another purple sun. So I could wait for all of them to group up, or if I want to have fun, I could wipe out these two groups. So I've got a few options here. I might as well wait for them to group up, though. We'll want to save it. If I don't save it, well, we're not going to get as many kills, and I don't like that. I want a lot of kills today. Let's use another pendulum right over here. Just right over here. Oh, it's so mean. Oh, did it bounce or something? I have no idea. Okay. It did miscast, but it did go through the last time. Oh well. Who knows what I did wrong? Who knows? Alright, we'll use another spell over here just to deal even more damage. Let's watch that HP bar drop. Yeah. It's going down so low, they're just going to fall apart later. And he's still trying to break down that gate. Oh, are they trying to bother us? I think they are. Yeah, we haven't broken down the gate completely yet. They opened the gate just to say hi. Now, they're trying to trap me inside, and if they do that, I'm going to be in trouble. So we're going to have to try to get out of here. Come on. No, LAKOR, don't do it. I know the allure is too strong, but we need to move. So far, though, he's not moving, so I'm going to have to actually fight my way through. This is going to be really, really funny. Now, here comes all the mortar shots. We're going to let them do that, and I'm going to have to move in pretty much everyone. Let's go in right now. Okay. I wonder, can I get all my demons? Yes, I can. I'll move them up over here. The Boglars will also move in. I've got my hunters who I'm going to move up over here on the left-hand side. That way they're able to help out. I've got some horsemen too, but we might end up losing it based on what I'm seeing here. But let's use our purple sun right away, just to break them apart, because I need to try to get out of here real quick. Yeah, they closed the gate on me. That was never changed. That ability to do what they just did has just always been in here as a major problem. Okay, let's go over here now. We're going to go after other targets while they're just trying to do their thing. And I'm just going to move away. I'm going to try to. We're just going to run through. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe what's happening. They closed the gate on me. I was trying to be so careful. All right, so we're actually going to move over to their town square while my main army attacks. That's hilarious. They did let me in. Now, if I stay alive, I've killed over 400. That's a lot. They're going to try to chase me down. I could go after their mortars and maybe avoid a few casualties. Here comes my demonettes. You've seen them before, right? Very scary, very naked, not nearly as sexy as the art portrays. No. You're meant to kind of have like a fear boner going on. It's kind of like the general gist I think they were going for. So the Zangors are spellcasters, so we'll actually move them back real quick. I just didn't need all of them together. Now, let's have a look at what they're able to use. They did use some spells over here, but we're going to use some spells too. So we're going to use our Pyre of Change right there. We could use another one. Let's see. We could use that right over. I mean, look at their melee. Oh my goodness. They were torn apart. That's awesome. Let's go after their infantry instead. That's really what I want to hit. And again, we'll go after the mortar team. It's right over here. They have 4 kills right now. We'll want to watch out for my Zangors, because again, they can take a lot of damage. We've got what? Some Twisted Blessings. We've got 1 Pyre of Change over here. A very cool looking spell, mind you. That dealt a lot of damage. So these are really cool units. Wow. Okay. We'll check out our demons in more detail as we kind of get out there. We got to get out there and help out first. The Boglars haven't died yet. I don't know why they're so immortal. They've outlived so many different enemies. It's pretty funny. So we'll move away. My demons are still moving in. They do have a nice physical resistance. We're now moving over here to go after the mortar team. I was planning on cutting out like any type of boring bits, but to me it's been a pretty compelling battle so far. I really enjoyed it. Just because my enemies, they're offering some fun spectacle. All right, so we'll climb up actually. We'll use our spell still, but we're climbing up now. So have a look at that. So now we've got demonettes who are just going to tear right through all these crossbowmen. We made it over here quickly. I've got Bloodletters of Corn who've taken some damage. They're going to move too. They've got some Halfling Rangers. Now, someone did comment they wanted me to play the mood. Actually, but I already have. So if you want to check that out, I've got it. I've done it. All right. Here we go. We made it over to that team. Oh my goodness, imagine that. You're like, we're safe here. Haha. We've got explosives. And then out of nowhere, that happens. Okay, so the Knights of the what? The Fist again, which is funny because considering they use bows, but I'm going to hit them now. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no. They blew up everywhere. Where are they? Well, they're here. There's a little bit over there. They're just kind of all over, man. All right, let's move the Hunters over here. The Zangors over here. The Bloodletters, they're just going to have a good time. We're going to bring them over here. We want them to go after just a few targets. The Plague Bearers, I mean, they've got one job right now, which is to just kind of maintain and draw enemy fire for now. Yeah, there's just groups of them. Down over in the center, we've got all of our friends going in to attack. We're going to let them continue that trend. Now, unfortunately, we haven't broken down all of the mini mortars yet. We're still working on that part. Now, I want to probably go after the Knights again. They've got quite a few kills. They're very strong. They deal so much damage. I want to weaken them. But, oh, they broke. Good. They might come back later, but they broke for now. Let's go after one warrior priest close by. They're still attacking me. It angers me greatly. All right, let's come over here real quick. We'll go after these halberdiers. All right, so I've got some pretty cool stuff to use. I could debuff some people, right? Yeah. Or I could buff up what we have going on. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Let's just buff up our Zangors. They'll come to attack. Miscast additional magic resistance down. Oh, that's really cool. So that's a really neat kind of combo move. Combo wombo. All right, let's move the Hunters over here real quick. We've got some more great warriors down over here. They're going to keep on fighting. The Fem Guards, oh yeah, they're doing a great job. The Boglars, they're just doing what Boglars do, which is die for me in glorious combat. Okay, we do have Knights. We don't need to bring them in right now, do we? Not really. The biggest issue I'm having right now is generally with their other units. Now, we are fighting a Warrior Priest. He's about to lose it. Oh man, he's done for. LAKOR got him. At 140 melee attack, we're just landing like every hit that we need to. He's running away. We just wiped out a group of halberdiers. We need to move down over here to go bother these Empire archers and other units because we want to go after those who are just dealing continual DPS damage to us. So we'll go after the Free Company Militia. We'll use a spell right over here just to mess up a few crossbowmen for fun. Like that. Okay. Now we're fighting the halberds. but we're going to bring in the hunters behind once they're finally all here. They're not all here yet. My demons are taking a lot of damage. Hopefully, we're going to have a sufficient amount of replenishment afterwards. Okay, so I did tell you that we would look at our individual units. So let's have a look at the plague bearers real quick. So I'm very curious as to what they look like. Oh, okay. Yeah, these are actually great. Very gross. And there's bloodletters. Yeah, these are great. If they were just like in Warhammer 1 or 2, I would believe it. These are of a very nice quality. Then we have Zangors over here. All about change. Oh, yeah. Caw, the bird people. Like that bird subreddit where they all talk like birds. And then Demonettes too, who are still fighting and destroying a bunch of crossbowmen. It's just a scaling problem. We've got a bunch of enemies to kill. It's going to take a bit to go after them all. But LAKOR is having a great time. He's now eating just Imperial ass right now. Constantly. That's what he's doing, just to be quite blunt about it. All right, so we need to come over here and finish up the halberds because they're dealing a lot of damage. I'm going to try to mess them up a little bit if I can. But here's what we're going to do instead. Yeah, see, we got a few attacks in. We want to bring in the hunters from behind because if we do that, we'll easily destroy them. Or at least that's our hope. Oh my god, okay, so that's a very different ability. I'm not going to use them in that capacity again. I just like thought maybe they could overwhelm them in time. That wasn't the case, unfortunately. Now for this group, I'm going to put them into some bot mode because they just need to like right click on different enemies as they move around. Let's go after the Free Company Militia. We do want to go after the Knights again. They've got, oh yeah, Lupus. We could go after him. We want to also just attack a few more enemies on the walls and then we'll go after Imperial Ogres or whatever else we need to. Or no, let's come back. We could finish up over here. Yeah. Let's go hit those Imperial Ogres. They're not that tough, right? No. No, they're taking a lot of damage too. Let's get them. I should have another... Yeah, I do have another Purple Sun, so it depends on where I want to use it, because wherever I use it, we're just going to tear them up. So we could just throw it anywhere. All right, so we wiped out a lot of enemies. My Zangors took a lot of damage. I'll be careful in the future. Probably. But we did win. We'll go after the crossbowmen who are currently attacking me. It looks like, oh yeah, they quickly tore up those guys. Let's go check it out over here real quick. Will I have like post-battle replays in the future for more cinematic battles? Yeah, I'll do it in the future. It's very time consuming because the replays aren't like a StarCraft 2 replay where you can kind of rewind and go back and do stuff. Oh, if it was, dude, I would totally do it every time. But I'll compromise with those of you who also like live battles too. So here's what I'll do for, like, let's say Warhammer 3 if it's possible, and it should be, but I don't know for sure, so I can't speak with absolute certainty. What I'll do then, I'm gonna go back over there and I'm gonna do like a pre-battle overview of all of my units, all of that stuff, and I'll tell you what my plans are. We'll go over any new units. That way, when I do the replay and stuff, you'll know what's going on fully, because some of you have said that, like, hey, we like seeing at least what you're setting up and stuff, which is absolutely fine and understandable. So that's my compromise, and you can tell me what you feel about that and how you feel about it. But I thought it was a pretty good idea. But that was a pretty long battle. We did beat them. I think it was a pretty good battle. You could see how we engaged it the entire time. The Knights of the Fist, again, were just incredibly strong. They were very scary. They were able to do a lot of damage. The Boglars are still going. They're not giving up. Never give up. Never gonna bleed. Alright. The Hunters over here, they eradicated everyone that they fought. One's out of ammo. With the ammo system, it makes them a little bit less effectual, which is why it's good that they're pretty decent in melee. Alright, so now we're just kind of going after what's left. We just need to go after a few more units. There's just not too much to hit anymore. So despite our casualties, our Zangors killed a lot. They did a great job wiping out our enemies. The Demonettes slaughtered hundreds. The Bloodletters got a lot too. I mean, look at that melee attack at 94. They are buffed up to hell right now. So in a more traditional battle, where I'm not having to worry about nearly as many, we're going to do an even better job. And LAKOR himself killed, what? How many? 716? Dear God. So I think a longer enemy that we're going to have, though, is definitely going to be the Empire. Like, when I said that I would just, like, go past a point for certain factions, that's going to be, like, minor factions where it's just about kind of playing whack-a-mole. You know what I mean, right? With that. Now, if it's a major faction, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I'm done. No, we've got a few more parts to beat up first. All right, so we did win that battle. It was pretty brutal. My Demonettes, again, 176. over here, 223. Zangors, they got plenty of kills. Now I know how to use them. I've never seen them before from this mod, so it's just like all new for me. The Uber Boglars, 18 kills. They did it, and they survived. Papa Franku, 160. The Fem Guards, 86. My warriors over here, 39 and 34. LAKOR, 720. The knights didn't really need to do anything, and by getting rid of those towers, we saved so many lives. And now one warrior priest is fleeing, as he should be. What a coward. You know what? Kill him. Do it now. Yeah, there we go. He's like, oh crap. We'll be back. We got him. We lost only 397, but then again, we don't have a lot. Now, we wiped them out. All of them. They had 2 armies too, so maybe I was being too hard on myself. That is a lot. Pillage and enslave. I could always come back later. Yeah, I can't really hold on to it. They won't let me build it up properly, which is fine. So, we'll pillage and enslave. Ooh, more ogre mercenaries. Yeah, dude, for sure. Give me those ogres. Now, rank 29. We have only gone up in power. I'm going to pick up rally. Then I can get a few other benefits over here. Especially for anything that might help out my evil units. Whatever I'm able to find. Ambitious elites could be handy for a few humans. And demon units, yeah, that's what I want. See, +5 to melee defense, a lot of magic resistance, and even more weapon strength. Now, let's come over here. We need to rebuild for a bit, but also, what about... I mean, I could get more leadbelchers and iron guts if I really just want to keep it uniform. I think I'll do that. Yeah, let's do that real quick. And I'll hire a tyrant for fun, just for the future. And we'll come over here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we'll lie in wait. I've got an ambush stance I can wait in. We've got a choice over here. If I auto-resolve right now, well, we'll see what happens. One provincial patrol came by. They've got one Empire captain. They've got some mortar. Quite a few guns and also crossbows in addition to halfling rangers. Okay. Let's say hello to them. The only way that we know how. With our pants off and a bunch of beer in our hands. Right, PIETOE? Yeah. Now we're playing ogres over here, so we've got to play in a way that just isn't great, in my view. What I mean by that is, we're just going to charge in. We're just going to go crazy, which is often part of the playbook for chaos anyway. We've got over here our monstrous infantry. They're not very sturdy. They do have 90 armor though, which is really not too bad, but they're able to take a lot of damage. They have no physical resistance outside of what? Missile resistance and a bit of magic resistance too. I'm sure that my marauders are going to take a lot of damage too. We've got our Albion soldiers. What else do we have? Gob's friends over here. Spellcasters. We'll use them as such. They'll have ranged attacks too. Our leadbelchers, they're going to be incredible. They're just going to do a lot of heavy lifting here, I think. And we're going to have our good buddy, PIETOE, and his buds just go in there and lead the charge. They're going to take the brunt of the damage. And we've also got, of course, our Fin Beasts too. Now, we'll let them go in. It's about time. Go in, all of you. Meanwhile, I'll control the ranged units over here just for fun. We'll let them just go out and have a good time. Have a look at that. It's going to get weird, man. We'll see how they perform. It probably won't be well, but I'm giving it a go. Oh, man. The leadbelchers are about to be in range? Really? That's terrifying. It really is. Okay, let's come over here real quick. We want to come over here. That way we're able to cast spells and deal some serious damage. All right. Ooh, the mortar team. Yeah, we want to go after the mortar team. So we're going to shoot a fireball at them as quickly as we can. Let's go after them right away. The leadbelchers have what? 48 kills already. 48 kills, man. It's ass blasting time. Oh no. It's so bloody. They're charging. They're trying their best right now. It's getting savage. Okay. They're going to have ranged units hit me, and with my very... Well, actually, our armor is pretty good at 80. I thought it was going to be lower, but it's not. Well, that's really cool. Let's move back. Let's move back and run away from that situation real quick. We also probably just want to keep on trying to hit their friends over here. I could get the leadbelchers to probably go hit them. Let's go after the bigger group. I'm going to run back real quick as we just kind of kite them. Meanwhile, my main army, they're finally charging in. It took them a bit. Let's actually watch that in slow motion just to enjoy it. Oh, no. Oh, you crazy Imperial fools. I could also pull back, too. Here they go. Oh, it's so good. Oh, they're getting them. PIETOE. I love Ogres so much. They're one of my favorite armies. Just completely. Alright, let's pull back real quick. They actually have some units coming to help me out, which is really great of them. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright, we'll keep on attacking. I'm actually going to go after the Reichland mortar directly. We'll go do that. But here comes everyone. They're all going to go fight. Hopefully they'll be okay. Hopefully they'll survive. I don't really care that much, though, to be honest with you. PIETOE's out here fighting, too, going after their general. We've got our spellcaster right over here. I'm going to bring that spellcaster up. We're going to have our other range units go after their crossbowmen, too. And see, right now, the leadbelchers, they're attacking their mortar. I guess I could ignore it and just go after other units. Yeah, true. True and fair. We'll go hit their crossbows, too, just to kind of get rid of them. Just to get rid of them. That's pretty damaging, yeah. Now, we probably want to move a little bit closer just so that we can flank them. I don't like how much damage my ogres are taking right now. Come on. You've got it. All of you, the spellcasters, have no actual active spells to use, but they do have, of course, their ranged attacks, which are considered to be, I suppose, their auto-casted spells. Alright, we'll go after the mortar now. I'm going to use my ability over here just to deal some damage. Oh, it's beautiful. We're zapping, we're burning. We're doing everything. And now I'm after their mortar. Alright, so we'll come over here now just to go hit them on their flank. And we'll bring in our spellcasters too to go do the same thing. We're going to hit them all. Just like that. Just like that, man. Oh, his animations are wild, though, for sure. And then meanwhile, the main army's already being overwhelmed. They're being slammed. They are being hit by a few other enemies right now, but that's okay, too. The spears, well, they're going to charge in. Hopefully, they'll come over here instead. Yeah, okay, cool. They're moving around, but we're mostly focused on what we're fighting right now. The mortar team is nearly done for. We could buff up anyone, really. Let's buff up my garbage golems. We'll attack over here real quick. I want my spellcasters to attack their halberdiers, or actually go after the rangers. We'll go kill the rangers. Otherwise, it might be a lot more friendly fire than I would like, so we'll go after what's over here instead. See? Halfling rangers. 13 kills, too. Alright, what else do we have? Well, we're mostly done here. We beat most of them. That was a lot of fun. I do like delegating over to the AI, though, because, again, it's more about right-clicking, and it allows me to micromanage my other units a little bit more, which is nice. Kind of like when you use Control-G to lock a group and you right-click and you just have them, like, auto-attack. Same thing. Really. Just a little bit more active. Okay. We are nearly done wiping out all of their units. The leadbelchers have 270 for kills. They're moving up now. They're as powerful as I thought they would be. We'll attack over here now. I'm going to move away real quick. Let's buff up over here our garbage golems again. We'll come charge in. We're going to watch out, though. We don't want too much friendly fire. Let's see. We're fighting their flagellants right now. Their flatulence. No. Let's see. The pistoliers, yeah, they're still around. You want to go after them? Go do it, man. Got some drinking pals close by. They do regenerate a bit. They do. They're doing all right. Okay, the leadbelchers have 298 for kills. We'll just go chase after a few, I guess. I mean, is there, like, anyone? No, not really. I guess we're kind of done. Yeah. We could stop wasting ammo then. Yeah, let's do that. That's a better idea. We beat their captain. We beat everyone. PIETOE got, what, 34 kills. He's now only fighting a few who are left. Oh, what a great view. Everything looks so nice. High quality and whatnot. Except he's talking way too much. Alright, PIETOE, I get it. But for me, that fits his character, yeah. Alright, so over here, there's 81 left. Dear God. Why are there so many left? Do they not die? They do. It just takes more time. Alright, so we'll turn that off real quick. Except for my range units. I don't want them doing any of that. I just want them to move over here real quick. Yeah, so we'll just go after these guys now. Everyone will come over here. They're at 71 now. We just charged in. That's going to do a nice bit of damage. Alright, we'll fast forward too. And that's going to be it for them. There's 50 plus left. PIETOE now has 41 kills. They were impressive, but we're done. They've got 49 left. Oh my god. I've never seen them last so long. What is that about? 270% physical resistance. Oh, no wonder. Excuse me? Where does that come from? 310 melee defense. I just looked at that. Do we have to shoot him? Let's see. Unbreakable. Glass cannon. Not very fragile if it's able to do that. That's really awesome. So that would kill like my entire army of low armored units if I wasn't careful. Alright. Well, that makes for a very interesting unit. I don't know which mod impacts him in such a way, or could just be Still Faith. I have no idea though. Or GRIMHAMMER, rather. Alright. We've won the battle though. We just have a few more to kill. Well, we beat them. Okay. I'll take my replenishment. We didn't lose a unit, which is all that I wanted to avoid. Of course, they've got another army on the way. We could go fight them again. Oh, they're led by Adalbert Puttkammer. What a name. Okay, let's pull back real quick. We're going to leave it alone. We want just a turn of replenishment just to ensure that we're not losing too much. Oh, Grom. Yeah, sure, dude. We can be buddies. If you want to go cause some mayhem. The orcs like me a lot for whatever reason. Alright then. So we got one of them. One law has ended in failure. Thagan's errantry is gone. There's been a confederation over in the lands of BRETONNIA. They're trying to survive by uniting together. Well, good for them. Adalbert, I'll come after you in a bit. Let's go patch up. Or you could come over here just to break them apart. Will I lose anything? Thankfully, no. It's great training for him. Yeah, the goal is to become more powerful, to get new traits like that, to ensure that we're just able to overwhelm our enemies. So, I can't quite get what I want yet. Let's do that real quick, just to reduce our issues when it comes to attrition. Now, for you, hinder replenishment not needed. What else do we want? Aura of Chaos. No, you're doing fine. Wait, what's in the blue? Chance to receive mutation. Oh, that's really cool. Alright, we'll try it out. Oh! Okay, that was an event. It just popped up, but we didn't get a gift anyway. I didn't know that would pop up. I didn't mean to click on it. It happened. Alright, so we don't need to upgrade anything. We've got plenty already. We're losing a lot per turn, but that was always going to happen. We've got, of course, Norsemen who are pushing forward, as long as they don't attack me. Now, there is one Imperial army over here. I could let our Ogre friend go fight them. He's at a lower level. Now, I did give him a lot of equipment. He's got a premier hammer. No wonder he hit so hard. Enchanted shield, Dawnstone to reduce overall physical damage. Let's see. That's pretty much everything we need. You don't cause terror, but if you did... Actually, let's take that instead of the potion. I want him to make people freak out. Knight's Bane level 2. So we get more leadership when fighting men and a whole bunch of other bonuses. Nice. Alright, LAKOR. We could just have you easily move over here to go after Ilhart. We auto-resolve, we won't lose anything at all. It is a major army, but is it really a threatening army? That's a good question. I could wait for them to come towards me. Why don't we do that? They might bring in more men, which means I get to fight more in one battle, and I like that idea. Now that army could go after... Well, they're pretty beat up too. They've got Sienna, they've got Peter, and Marcus Kruber. So we've got some of the Vermintide squad here. Awesome. Okay, they got Daring. They do want to attack me. Now, they're pretty beat up. They do have Knights of the Fist again. They love these guys a lot. I keep seeing them. Hammer and bow infantry. We'll have to watch out. And of course, they've got many heroes who are pretty darn powerful. We'll see if we can beat them. Knights of the Red Griffin. Shock Cav. Okay, 60 of them. They've got Sterling's Revenge and a few other friends too. Delightful. I really do wish we had more maps in a game like the one here, where terrain really does define how you get to play things out. That to me provides an interesting challenge. It looks like they have a pathway that loops around. Look, you can have your flat multiplayer maps. Just give me crazy maps for everything else. Okay, not every map needs to be like this, but to just have a bit more variety in general with hills and mountains or whatever else would be a step in the right direction. Now, we can't be seen right now because we're a little bit too far away. I'm going to bring up my leadbelchers right over here onto this hill. They should be able to, hopefully, shoot down over here once all of our enemies are grouped up. If we want to, we can move up. We could bring Gob Gob a little bit closer. I've got my ogres close by. I want them to go after maybe other enemies, other lords. Oh yeah, here they come. That was an interesting shot. I don't want my lead belchers to attack right now. Don't do that. Nor do I want my other spellcasters to attack. See, we've got all of our spears and other units over here. That way, if they bring in some knights, I can go hit them. And they do have knights. There we go. There's some mortar attacks right now. They're full up on ammo. Let's wait for them. Gob Gob's going to take some damage. Poor Gob Gob. He's like, come on. I'm just chilling here. I'm just catching a view. Just looking at the beautiful area that we're in. They're like, no, no. Got to kill Gob Gob. What a bunch of punks. Alright, so they're going to have some flying units probably come at me. Or at least they're one flying unit, I should say. Let's move over here real quick. Just right now, we're going to have some armor-piercing stuff going down at them. We want to bring up the ogres. And if they want to attack me like that, they can. I mean, they're just going to have, like, what, the one unit, hopefully? If the terrain looks the way that it does. Alright, so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to use a nice spell just to deal some damage over here. I also want to go after their knights. Hopefully. There we go. We're going to watch out for them. They're going to take some damage, but there's some damage already on their knights. No kills yet, but they took a lot. So instead, what we'll do, we'll have our other units now shoot at these Knights of the Fist instead, because they're a pain, and I hate them. That's why. All right. Let's move down now. We'll get everyone down over here. We'll go after their knights right away. I'll let my other units kind of just move a little bit further over here, because we want to get closer to their friends. All right, so have they charged in yet? Not really. I think we'll be okay. The ass blasters. Oh, God, they're taking too much damage. Let's move them back. They're getting blasted. Let's move back right now. They're going to need some time to replenish. I didn't think they would deal so much damage. I'm going to bring up all of my marauders, too. Yeah, see, now they're just moving closer, which is a good thing for me. All right, so we'll move up some units. I'll move down some units. We'll go get them right away. Come over here. Got ranged attackers who can go say hi. We've got, let's see, one flying unit. Their general is going to be under attack by our ogres and our other friends. Oh yeah, we'll just focus on him real quick. Now, if I have a look real quick, the wise thing to do probably would be to bring back the lead belchers over here, because now the mainstay of their force is gone. We can go after more enemies and hopefully deal more damage. My marauders, I'm going to bring up right to the middle in case we need them. We're going to go after, unfortunately, their knights. Yeah, see, I don't know the pathfinding fully. I'm just learning right now. They're getting closer, so we're going to have to move up right away to go after more ranged enemies. Yeah, they've got Sterling's Revenge. They've got over here Free Company Militia, but those are not too bad to deal with. We need a few to flank. We've got our ranged attackers who are going to move in, I guess, just over here. They'll be in the trees, kind of. Let's go on down. Actually, we'll group them all up and let them kind of do their own thing for right now. Just go do your own thing. So when it comes to everything else, we're just going to continue attacking their Empire Captain. My lead belchers, they're still moving up. We're going to have them attack, again, these Knights of the Fist, who deal so much damage. We'll go after the mortar teams later. I'm not concerned about them right now. There's one spell. Ooh, don't like it. We're chasing after their mini-ranged units. We're also fighting over here. We could flank a few. Why don't we go flank a few? Of course, I mean, they're being attacked like that, so maybe it'll be okay. They've got Sienna and friends, which makes my life a living hell. All right, we're going to bring up all of them over here where they can just easily, shoot down at them. Anyone ever have that thing where you talk and you, like, begin to choke? I need to drink some water. Oh, no. All right, we'll come over here. People are like, no, Surreal, get it checked out, buddy. What do you mean? Get a drink. Look, I've been too excited. I've been too focused on what's happening right now. All right, take him out. People are like, that's called dying, dude. Chill out. All right, let's finish them up real quick. So we've got most of their army. They've got Sigmar's sons who are close by. We'll go after them, Red Griffin boys. Their heroes are going to be a pain, like Marcus Kruber. Oh yeah, huge pain. All right, so we're still attacking over here. Lead Belchers, they're doing their part to help out. You know what? If you want to use some Flaming Shot, do it for fun. Sienna's doing their stuff, as usual. taking some casualties, but we've killed so many. The knights are what I'm worried about. Where are my spears? My spears took so much damage. I'm going to lose some, unfortunately. I'll have to grab some stuff to replace them, but that was always going to happen at some point. And again, we're having to fight very powerful enemies, such as Sienna and Marcus. They're not easy, man. They were never meant to be easy. I mean, they're sturdy as hell. They are. Alright, go after the crossmen, or just go back after the knights. I think we're mostly done with them. We just need to come over here and take out Marcus, I think, right? Yeah, for the most part. There's PIETOE. PIETOE's lads. I'll have you move in. You can go after these guys. Yeah, they've got some missile infantry. Oh, they're pretty cool looking, too. I've got to say, they are pretty cool looking. Alright, so we're just going to hold out over here. We're fighting the Suns. We're playing on a harder difficulty, so that's why things tend to be a bit more challenging when it comes to destroying our enemies. And I'm not building up forces that are just kind of meant to min-max. I'm building up what I think would make sense for an army. I'm building around themes and all that, so that can make it more difficult. Otherwise, I would spam ranged units. I would dodge enemy ranged attacks, but we know that's possible. So because we know it's possible, I don't really want to go down that route because it makes things a little bit more finite. I would maybe lose one battle here and there at the very most, but really I would just win and win and win, and there wouldn't be any question about it. So that to me is not as interesting, but you know, that's only me. Alright, so we did beat their army. It took a bit of time, but we finally got them. We'll probably lose a few groups, but we took out a lot. Marcus, he took a lot of damage. Look at Marcus. What a pain. Sienna, I think, was dealing like some of the most damage. The Suns over here, they're still going. They've got 55 units left. But this was the map that we fought on. You can see the leadbelchers just having a beautiful time fighting here. They took some damage in the very beginning. In the future, I'll bring them out later. But they did kill 172, which is crazy. Their ammo is very, very low. Yeah. We just don't have like a very hardy infantry unit, like a base infantry unit. So I'll have to work on that. Sienna killed 113. That's actually a lot. And now we're killing these Knights of the Red Griffin. And we're done. We just got like, what, a few Suns left. We did lose one group. We're going to take that replenishment again. Ooh. Despite their limited numbers, they were really tough. I mean, those few elite units make a huge difference. That's one thing about GRIMHAMMER, is that if you want to have your elites feel like elites, GRIMHAMMER will do that. It's not all balanced around multiplayer and whatnot. A new level for Gob Gob. I'm going to give you a few things, I think. You're looking pretty good, but let's focus on army boosting effects. Now, we need something that's pretty hardy out there. We could just grab more ogres. To me, that's a really good idea. I could even get rid of another group. You know what? It's ogre time. There we go. I'm at 20. What else could I get rid of? Some marauders? Okay. We'll do that. There's more leadbelchers. They're very cheap for him to pick up. Now, I need one more group. Some type of infantry. We do have Albion Barrow Whites from a landmark building back in Albion. So we could take that too. We've got Forsaken. They deal a lot of damage if we want to focus on just damage dealing. But none of it is really cheap. It's all quite expensive. 115. Now these guys are cheap though, which is nice. These are 230. The damage difference isn't too major. They have different effects. But I'll just take my marauders back, just so we're able to have a more affordable army. And for PIETOE, who did rank up to 10, I gave him Renowned and Feared. After that, I'll work on buffing him up in combat. But in order for me to afford his army, I've got to decrease my overall cost, which is what I have been doing. Now, let's have a look at LAKOR. What are you going to do? It's a very easy one over here. They do have a major army, but because we have fought so many battles, why don't we just do that real fast? I am going to Enshroud. The Soul of Damnation. I could give that over to PIETOE. I might do that. It's a new Hell Cannon, a very powerful one. But LAKOR is already so powerful, so why not give it to the weaker army? That's my logic. Alright, so demons over here. Oh, they're going to deal so much more damage. That's great. Now that we have Illheart, let's repair it. Then we shall maybe get a few guards. Sure. Corruption is going to grow. It's already quite high. Oh, here we go. Level 3 for the Dark Port. that's going to be nice to have. What else do we have? Not too much that we need to worry about. I could kill a few more enemies. Sure. No more slaves over here. Let's kill any dissidents here. We just need people to be loyal. But look at that corruption. Already at 53%. Altdorf, all of it. They're all in trouble. We're going to take our time, though. But we are done for right now. That's part 1 of our war fighting the Empire. My major goal is to go after the Empire and to hopefully defeat the major factions therein. We'll see how that goes over time. Thank you for watching, everyone, and look forward to a new part very soon.